Welcome to the Caesar Morning Show, brought to you by the Association of Professional Educators. APE, the most powerful and aggressive teachers union of the South, protecting Georgia teachers from bad drive-by evaluations. Remember, you'll never find peace of mind without APE. For protection, contact us at myapenow.com or call us at 770-347-8797. The Caesar Morning Show warns teachers of principal clowns in America. To find out if your principal is a principal clown of America, go to myapenow.com. That's myapenow.com. Or call us at 770-347-8797. If you are a member who would like to add your principal to the clown list, email us at aggressiveprotection@yahoo.com. Now, let's talk about these clowns with Caesar.
All right. Welcome to the Caesar Morning Show. The Caesar Morning Show. We got off to a late start trying to make sure everything is working properly. And we have a new system. And so it's different from the system that we use when we go live out in the field. So it's two different types of system. We have a system in our studio, and we have a system that we use live when we're out in the field. And so so we're trying to just make sure that the sound is coming out clear, and so we can make sure that everything is working properly. And so welcome to the Season Morning Show. We just so glad to to have you here, a part of the show, and we're gonna jump right into what's going on. We got a lot of things we're gonna be talking about on this week, so it's gonna be a very exciting show this week. And so, if you know anyone, any teacher that would like to listen in on this show, please let them know about the Season Morning Show. It is very important for them to know about this show, because the Season Morning Show teachers know or be aware of principal clowns in America. And we have a lot of principal clowns out there, principal clowns of America. We call them out for what they are, these principal clowns of America. They're clowns, and they treat teachers like doo-doo. So we call these clowns out. Make sure that the teachers know where these clowns are located and where these clowns teach at. It's very important to know where these clowns teach at, okay? Or administrator at. And I'm sorry, not teach at. It's very important for teachers to know where these clowns are principals at. How about that? Okay, so we just welcome you to the Season Morning Show. We're excited about what's going on at APE. If you want to be a member of the most powerful teacher union in the South, all you have to do is go to My APE now and join our union. Okay, we are very aggressive and we don't play. Okay, we just don't play. So we're going to be talking about today about superintendents. Okay, superintendents' power to relieve from duty temporarily. Superintendents' power. You get caught up in this mess, and some principals, they try to remove you from trying to give you a letter saying you've been non-renewed or you're not going to be able to come back next year. And that's something, if you don't know your rights, you would think that is a legal document. You would think that principal had the right to give you that document. And you would sign that document and won't have a job next year and won't realize that the only person can relieve you from your contract is the superintendent. And the superintendent can't even fire you. The superintendent have to have board approval to be able to terminate your contract. So it's very important to know your rights, and that's all. And at APE, we make sure we protect teachers' rights. We protect teachers' rights. We are that force that protect teachers' rights. So if you want to be a part of the most aggressive teachers union, you need to join today, my friend. You can go to My APE now and join the most powerful teacher union in the South and be protected. I don't know why any teacher would be out teaching at any school, in any school system, without real protection, like the protection that APE provides. So I'm lost of words why teachers do not protect their livelihood and be a part of a union that fights for the rights of teachers. So 20-2-940. That's 20-2-940 what we are talking about. 20-2-940. Okay, it's a Georgia state code. And you have to be aware of these rights, because we have teachers. I had a lady call me, and she joined APE, the organization, and she had got a letter from a principal. Matter of fact, I called the principal out over there at Young Middle School. Saying Miss Kara Stimson, she ain't worth a shit. Over there at Young Middle School. If you a teacher, okay, if you're not a member of APE and you teaching out there at Young Middle School, out there with that crazy ass woman, Kara Stimson, okay, I'm telling you right now, you need to be a part of the Association of Professional Educators. We don't save so many jobs at that school, it's unbelievable. But at that school, this lady was telling me, one of the members, I won't call the member name out because the member probably don't want her name called out. At APE, our membership is confidential. But this crazy principal, gave this lady a letter as if she was the superintendent. Had this woman, this woman, she called Abe and she told me that she had to resign by a certain time. And I said, how did you know you had to resign by a certain time? She said, the principal gave me a letter. I said, I don't care what the principal give you. I don't care what the principal give you. She has to go by the law. And if she don't know the law, she needs to talk to somebody that knows the law. But she cannot, and I repeat, cannot relieve you of your duties. The only person can relieve you of your duty is the superintendent. And the superintendent can't even fire you. She has to recommend to the board, and when the board votes, that's when you're terminated. And when the board decide to accept the superintendent's recommendation. The law says upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the board votes. Okay, I know a little bit about that because I was on a school board in Clayton County. So I was on a school board in Clayton County, and so I know a little bit about that. It might be running again this year. And so I know a little bit about school boards and what superintendents can and cannot do. They may think they have power, but they don't have any, okay? The only power they have is that board, that school board, and that board's and it makes up different members of that board, and maybe 7 board members in some counties, maybe 8, it may be 5 in some places, but some places maybe 9, okay? And whoever controlled the five votes, okay, that's who runs the school system. Okay, we got that cleared up. So this crazy principal, Miss Stimpson, at Young Middle School, she thinks this lady about to lose her mind. Had this woman about to lose her mind. But guess what? We was able to protect that lady's career. And that lady is happy now. And she still have her certification. And I tell you, and that's the most important thing in the world. So you have to be aware of these nuts out there that think they know about the law, the Georgia law. They don't know nothing about the law. They don't know nothing. They just been put in these positions and don't have no type of training, no skills, just like Miss Stimpson. This woman put over that Young Middle School don't have no sense. And over there giving the teachers bad evaluations, writing them up, putting them on PDP, and she haven't even observed them. So this is crazy stuff. But at 8, we call them out. We're not afraid of nobody, no one, no school system. And so I said this. If you know that you have gotten one of these letters, not only from that crazy principal over that Young Middle School, but from any principal in the state of Georgia, and your union haven't been able to rectify your situation, then you need to join APE. Let me read this law, okay? Since I don't pumped up my organization, so let me talk about this law. Okay, 20-2-940, paragraph 4. Let's read that, okay? And it's under G. I'm sorry, my fault. 20-2-940 under G. And it's titled The Superintendent Power to Relieve from Duty Temporarily. And they can only do it temporarily until an investigation has taken place. If someone has sent you home, if the principal has sent you home, you need to know this here. Let me just slow down. Because my brother called me a black Japanese because I talk so fast. So let me just slow down. Sometimes these administrators will send you home. First of all, they don't have the power to send you home. But sometimes these administrators will send you home. They will send you home. You have been suspended when they do that. And the only person can do that is the superintendent. But I've seen principals send teachers home and they'd be gone from their home. They'd be gone from their school, suspended from their school for 10 days or more. And I talked to that teacher. I said, well, what's going on? She said, well, the principal sent me home. The principal can't send you home. The principal can't. Only person can send you home is the superintendent. And so these teachers are at home, and it's a violation of 20-2-940. They don't even know that it's a violation. They don't. And at the end of the 10 days, they've been sent home. Right? They've been sent home by the principal, And then at the end of those the 10 days, they terminate the teacher. They terminate the teacher while the teacher's at home. They terminate the teacher when the violation of 20-2-940 has taken place. So they send these teachers home, and the teacher go home. And all of a sudden, I tell the teacher, get a letter saying she's been terminated. Well, how can you terminate someone when you have violated the due process? How can you fire somebody when you have violated 20-2-940 that clearly says the superintendent is the only one can non-renew you? The superintendent is the only person can suspend you. You need to know this. If you're part of other union, and let me say it this way: if you are a part of a union and you just learned something new today, you didn't know that 20-2-940 protects you. If you did not know that, then you need to be a member of 8. It's just that simple. If you just today heard me tell you about 20-2-940 and you had no clue or no idea about this law, that's enough to let you know you need to be a member today. It's just that simple. And I'm not laughing, trying to make you feel bad. That's the facts. That's the facts. When it comes to your livelihood, you need to be a part of a union that's going to protect that livelihood. That's the facts. That's just the facts. And at 8, we protect the livelihood of teachers. See? So this teacher, you at home, you've been suspended by the principal. Then you're terminated by the superintendent later. Well, that's a violation of 20-2-940. The superintendent should have sent you home in the beginning. The superintendent is the only one can suspend you. And they can only do it for 10 days. She can only do it for 10 days. The superintendent. So how can a principal send you home? So some of you know a lot of teachers that's going through this shit right now. Going through it right now. They need to be a member of 8. We're taking over Georgia. 8's going to take over Georgia. We are taking over Georgia. We're not going to Ghana. We are taking over Georgia. Spreading the word throughout Georgia. You need to be a part of this union. You need to be a part of this movement. It's just time to do something. Why would you continue to keep wasting money and you don't even know, you just didn't even know 20-2-940, but you're in a union, that you think you know your rights, but you don't, but you just found out about 20-2-940. Good gracious. So I'm saying to you today, if you don't know 20-2-940, and you know somebody right now in your school are going through this mess I'm talking about right now. You know somebody going through this mess right now. You need to tell them about APE. You need to tell them that there's hope. Some of your friends are going through this mess right now. This thing is messed up all the way down as Secretary of State. Secretary of Education, excuse me. So it's a mess. I'm talking about the United States too. It's a mess. So you need to know your rights. Know your rights. And if you don't already know these rights, something is wrong. I start to curse. Something's wrong. Now, let me read this law to you. 20-2-940, paragraph G, the superintendent power to relieve from duty temporarily. It says, the superintendent of a local school system may temporarily relieve from duty any teacher, principal, or other employee having contract for a definite term for any reason specified under A. Okay? A superintendent. Now, I don't see anything under there. I didn't read anything about a principal should do that. I don't see it. I don't see nothing about a principal to have the duty to relieve. Like the black guy the preacher I've been listening to sometimes. He said, read. And then the person read said the superintendent was read like this. The superintendent have of the local school board, or he'll say, or the principal, superintendent, or the teacher. No, the superintendent. So I'm going to start doing that. The paraprofessional, no, the superintendent. Oh, the superintendent. Oh, the paraprofessional have the right to relieve. No, the superintendent. Oh, no, you talking about the principal have the right to relieve. No, the superintendent. How about the head janitor? See, you need to know your rights. You need to know that that you teachers are under fire. You got to know that now. If you don't know that, something's definitely wrong. We are spreading the word. So this is important stuff. This is very important stuff. So know your rights. 20-2-940. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something today about 20-2-940. We have a bigger show coming, and we're excited about it. We ask you to spread the word about the Association of Professional Educators, better known as APE. We are the most powerful and aggressive teacher union in the South, hands down. And I tell you, let's talk about some clowns. I tell you, we got a brand new clown. Okay, we have a brand new clown. Are y'all ready to talk about these clowns? We have a brand new clown coming up in a minute. I'll be right back.
The Caesar Morning Show warns teachers of principal clowns in America. To find out if your principal is a principal clown of America, go to myapenow.com. That's myapenow.com. Or call us at 770-347-8797. If you are a member who would like to add your principal to the clown list, email us at aggressiveprotection@yahoo.com. Now, let's talk about these clowns with Caesar.
All right, Mr. Darrell Stevens. Mr. Darrell Stevens is a clown. He's a principal clown. He's a clown, okay? You need to know where this clown is located. You need to know where this clown is located. He's a principal clown. Mr. Darrell Stevens is a clown, a principal clown of America. Now, it is important for you to know where these clowns are located so you won't go to that school. If that clown offers you a job, you don't need to take that job because you now know he's a clown. So it's important, it's imperative to know where these clowns are located. So teachers, it is important to listen to the Caesar Morning Show, if for nothing else, to know where the clowns are located. So you know not to go to that school where that clown is located. So we now just called out a brand new clown. Mr. Darrell Stevens is a principal clown of America. If you want to know where this clown is located, all you have to do is go to myapenow.com. Go to myapenow.com and you'll know where this clown is located at. And do me a favor, while you're there, you can join the most powerful teachers union in the South. We thank you for listening. We're still working on this show. Forgive me that it's not long enough because we got a lot to talk about. So you got to excuse me that it's not long enough. We are still trying to get it together. We was hoping that we'll be fully up and running today. So I wanted to come on and for some of you that are listening to give you some laws, okay, about one law anyway, okay? So we're gangsters. Welcome to the Association of Professional Educators, better known as APE. I'm Caesar and I am home. Thank you for listening.
Welcome to the Caesar Morning Show, brought to you by the Association of Professional Educators. APE, the most powerful and aggressive teachers union of the South, protecting Georgia teachers from bad drive-by evaluations. Remember, you'll never find peace of mind without APE. For protection, contact us at myapenow.com or call us at 770-347-8797.